And heading down to another important discussion for tonight. Let's go over to Bowie County draft. Of course, in the heartland of Ambazonia, Bowie County continues to embody the defiant spirit of a people refusing to be erased. And so this weekend, the 5th of July 2025, the county will hold a strategic drafting exercise that will be aimed at reinforcing its local defense structure, which it's aimed at renewed threats from colonial forces. The drafting will be organized through traditional and community based structures, and it will mark a bold reminder of Bui's reputation as both a cultural and resistance stronghold in the Amazonian liberation struggle. At the center of the county's resilience is its anthem, a powerful composition that echoes through the hills of Jakiri, Kumbo, Comm, and beyond. More than just a song, the Bowie County Anthem is a rallying cry invoking ancestral pride and a promise to never retreat. It celebrates the heritage of the Nso people and other indigenous groups within the county, tying the commitment to freedom with the preservation of identity and dignity. And so, as the drafting proceeds this weekend, the anthem will likely be sung across local government areas and villages, a solemn yet energizing reminder of why Bui fights. For many, it's not just about territory, it's about reclaiming the future, one county, one anthem, one draft at a time. And for all we know here on Undaunted, whenever report comes from the situation room and it's from Bui, it's always about success. Severally, myself, I've asked Barrister Mbeseha why it seems like Bui is on top. Bui seems to be at the peak of their game. Really, Bui have crowned themselves a town of no return. And I can remember the last time I asked Barrister Mbesia, what can other counties learn from Bui? Oh, well, just maybe they need to come around on Saturday to see how they draft. Just maybe they will start from there. Well, I'm not the one going to be doing all of the talking. Commander Elvis is here, all the way from Bowie County, and he's going to be telling us more. Commander Elvis, should we agree that one of the things that makes Bowie stand out when it comes to security, architecture, and structure is the fact that you all turn up to draft every time it is a turn of Bowie to draft, or there is something else? Please tell us more.
Thank you again, Oye, for that great question. If I would have to talk about Bowie, I would always like to pay tribute again to our great and a wonderful Vice President, Mr. Eric Ate. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Mr. Eric Ate, of blessed memory, was a great architect of the structures that Bowie found himself in. And with his wisdom, he was able to have that foresight, and he made sure that we had very strong foundations in place that would lead in times that were really difficult for a nation as we find ourselves in. He was a man of wisdom. He was somebody that made sure that he held Bowie like a son. He watered Bowie like you water a flower. Made sure that all the weeds were taken out and provided all the nourishment that a mother would give a child to grow. So Bowie was really in good hands all the way. Um, on that note, Bowie is also been blessed with being a land of warriors. They are descendants of warriors, people that never back down, people that have a history of standing up for any occupiers that come their way. They fought the Germans a long time ago, and French and her proxies was not going to be something that the Boy and Salt people in particular would back down from. Amazonia as a whole have learned great lessons from Bui, and Bui continues to be the breadbasket and the pride of Amazonia. Bui's success is Ambazonia's success. We go as a team. We do not pride ourselves to be in any isolation, but we carry the whole Amazonia with us. Amazonians have been the great, I would say, wheel that has been spinning to provide resources that Bui needs so desperately for those great warriors to be able to provide the results that they do on a very daily basis. We cannot count in terms of numbers how many La Republic elements have been sent to the land of no return in Bui. The numbers, even La Republic herself know, are numbers that you would not even want to pronounce them somewhere. They're very scary for the enemy, and the enemy knows that. They cannot dare walk around in Bui freely, and that is the beginning of victory. They say the fear of your enemy is the beginning of wisdom. So La Republic's fear of the forces in Bui is already wisdom for them, knowing that at the end of the day, they would have to retreat. Now, the draft coming up is just another opportunity for Amazonians to come and pay their civic, I would say, their duty to respect our heroes that have gone before us, to also pledge to hold firm La Republique and her proxy to account. We have our forces ready, and all we need to do is provide them with those resources that they need so they can be able to get the job done. I am very confident that the leadership in Bui, from her chairman to her finance team, her defense team, that everybody there is capable and competent enough. They have carried on this task for years now, and they're perfecting. Matter of fact, they have become more efficient at it right now. All the resources that Amazonian people have provided Bui have been clearly accounted for. Their results are unquestionable. Their actions are clear, as you can always report on ABC. And there's no doubt that Bui delivers when provided with the resources. So it is an opportunity again for Amazonians to once more rally and kick jump the struggle again from a different perspectives. There are times in the struggle when we walk, there are times when we run, and there are times when we speed. I think we have been walking for the past, and it's time for us to pick the pace. And who would be in a better place to keep us all on a pace than Bui? If provided the resources, Bui will keep the pace. We are very grateful as we just saw the case with Fako County, which has also picked up the pace. And we're certain that as other counties would draft, that pace would be all across Amazonia. These are very critical moments. These are times when La Republic is looking to come through our territory and impose her colonial activities in the name of elections, sham elections in our territory. We can never allow that to happen. That would be over the blood of our fallen heroes. That would never happen. Our Amazonian State Army continue to inform us that they are ready. They are capable, and all they need is for us to provide them with the resources, and they would give us a good job. Again, Onye, the draft is something that I want to appreciate each and every supporter, friend, and well wisher of Bowie County who has made Bowie what Bowie it is today. Bowie can only go higher with your support. We are calling on all friends and well wishes, all supporters for the sublime idea of freedom, all supporters for of Amazonia to come on board. Bui is a land for everybody. They would free Bui, and the freedom of Bui would start the freedom of Amazonia as a whole. We at this point have to be able to hold territory in, matter of fact, control territory. And I believe that the first such territory, which is at almost 90% now under our control, is Bowie County. If we can apply just a little more pressure and strategically plan, 100% of Bowie will be under our control, and we would use those forces in Bowie to move to the next county, and that is how we would overpower La Republique wherever they find themselves. So this draft is an opportunity for all Ambazonians once more to come together and to support Bui like never before, support Amazonia to achieve their goals in the shortest time possible. So thank you again for that opportunity, and over to you.
Okay, so there are counties that when it's time for them to draft, you see very specific push and very strategic moves that they are making. Is there any strategic move that Boye County would be making on between now and Saturday, because we're trying to give publicity and county members and everyone is gearing up. So are there strategic things that Boye County is doing or preparing to do between now and Saturday?
Well, strategically speaking, as a county, all we need to do is do what we all know: resource mobilization, mobilize our base, reach out to people, friends, make those phone calls. My appearance here is one of those rally calls, making sure that our message reaches out to the masses, that their support is needed. You should not think that your support is any small, anything that you give with a clear conscience counts. Our Amazonian State Army, not just the Army, but we do have a lot of displaced personnel that need your support. We have a lot of wounded personnel. We have a lot of refugees that all need your support. It is not done by one person. Many hands do light work. So my presence here is just to amplify that message, hoping that it will reach the masses. That we are calling on them to come on board. You don't have to wait until Saturday before you start paying your own share. Whatever you have, the Bowie County payment options or the National Treasurer payment options are readily available for you to donate. Put your name on there and put as your humanitarian assistance for Bowie County. Again, this is an opportunity to support not just Bowie but Amazonia as a whole. Tomorrow would be another county, and Bowie and her friends and or supporters would also be part of supporting other counties to make sure that we lessen the burden of all the counties. So it is Bowie's time, and given the results that Bowie have been providing, we are calling on Amazonians to show up and show that love and show that appreciation too for the great work that is being done by not just the county officials alone, but by all Amazonian State Army in Bowie County and beyond. So thank you again. There's nothing strategic that we could do that is hidden. Our strategy here is basically to reach out and mobilize the people, mobilize the population, and solicit their support. And that is what we're doing. So thank you.
All right. So before we let you off on this particular one, what time exactly is the draft starting on Saturday? What is the time when people are expected to join the Zoom? What time exactly?
Yes, the time for the draft is exactly 8 p.m. Amber time. 8 p.m. Amber time, we would start with the draft. There's probably going to be other activities prior to that time, but we would like to start on time so that we can finish and reach out to everybody, and so everybody knows, what came out, what the outcome was, due and timely considerations. We would like for Amazonians to tune in, get on the Zoom on that day, and show your love for Bowie County. Show your love for the great Major General and their forces that have been doing an excellent job making Amazonia proud. Let us encourage them. We are not there, most of us, and our support financially is what would only give them momentum. We know that events are coming up that need a lot of financial investment. We're thinking of the 1st of October already. These are days that we have to showcase our strength. And how can we do that without the great boy showing case of itself in a very strong and professional manner, like always? And that always comes with the support of each and every one of us. So I'm calling on everybody to show up for Bowie County on Saturday at 8 p.m. Amber, and you would have lots of music. I'm pretty sure our chairman Shay Yimbo would have some fufu and kati kati ready for anybody that comes in, and I myself will be there present. So thank you all again, and looking forward for that wonderful draft come Saturday. Over to you, Anya.
Much Commander Elvis, Barrister Mbeseha, you're a supporter of everything good. We want to join your words to that of Commander Elvis to plead with all Ambazonians to support and join Bowie County on Saturday, June 5th by 8 p.m. Amber time.
Yes, I will join my word just to polish or to add to what you said, because I think he has said almost everything. But because I'm an elder, I can bring some elderly knowledge to make the thing look better, to make the pudding better to eat. Bui has said, Bui is a place of no return when you go there. There are people who fight and fight. They fight morally, and they have the history for that. And so if we look back at Bui, what they call Bui today, they didn't start fighting today. When in 2017, I think, we were told them that look, the Bui, he drew the line, say, oh, I've crossed. I'm a son of Bui. I've crossed the line. Cross and see me here. That was a rare challenge. They did not dare to cross. We were still alive, and Bui is still standing. But we were just reminding them of what Bui was. For those of us who know a bit of history, we remember great people like B.N. Fonglong. Fonglong was the son of Bui. He was in Fumba in 1961. He wrote Shewu Omar. He witnessed this thing brought down. In 1972, it is Fonglong who tried to organize the resistance to the referendum. I was threatened with arrest. That was Fonglong, a Bui son. We've always talked about Christian Toomey right here every day, Christian Toomey. He was a cardinal, he was a prelate, but that was the son of Bui, who told Yaoundé daily in their eyes, if the people want to go away, let them go. That was the son of Bui, talking as a prelate, talking as an individual, talking as a citizen. He was talking to them in their own eyes, in their own territory. He had lived there. He had worked in Yagua. He had worked in Douala. And so he knew the conditions that people live in there. And told Yaoundé, if these people want to go away, why are you forcing them? But above all, in the 1960s, when talking to the president was an impossible thing. The founder of So told Ayujo, here in So, the founder moved out of the palace. Visitors come to them. They don't go to meet the visitors. And he compared Ayujo, the president of the Federal Republic of Cameroon then, to come and visit in his palace, removing his shoe and behaving like any other person. What else did you expect from these people? These were moral fights, cultural fights. I wish the founder of So came back to life to see what his successors have become in the names of funds. Again, they were fighting, these were moral fights. Today, we're in a physical fight. And I said before, Bui, if we put every effort in Bui, we might not even need to go and draft other counties because the war will end in Bui. By the time that we're going to go to Manu, to Ngokutunya, and other places, the war would have ended. The enemy would have left. Because I've said many times before, Bui might well be the Waterloo of Yaoundé. Waterloo, if you don't know, was the last fight that Napoleon tried. He was trying to capture the whole of Europe. He had not conquered everything. He had conquered almost everything. Got to Waterloo and met his doom and was finally defeated. He packed out, and that was the end of his adventure to control Europe. to establish an empire, the Napoleonic Empire. And so here we are in Bui. Yes, they can talk like Wilbur. They can have the spirit of Fonglong and Tumi. They can be blessed by the late fun of Saw, but they will need money. This 2025. We need money to do all that they need to eat. Just to eat. To go through the cold, they need to wear some shoes. Now less of getting gari, getting sugarcane, whatever thing they get. And so we should be encouraged that all wars, we don't win wars on all fronts. The final front is always one. This might be Bui. As I said many times before, the losses sustained in Bui by the Republic alone can make them pack and go. Because there are no reserving towns in Manfred, there are no reserving towns in Boya, in Kumba, and Babinda, waiting when they get there. No, they take all their resources to Bui and lose everything. That's the end of the war. But they will not lose everything by you and me just talking. They will lose everything by action. That action is based on our ASA on the ground. I will give them the confidence, we trust them. They have been up to the task. But with our encouragement, with our additional contributions, we shall prevail. Bui, in my own way, I would say Ambassador is Bui. If all of us say I'm Bui, contribute your widow's mite. Let us go there, support them. If the war does not end in Bui, when the next country will contribute the widow's mite. But for now, the focus is Bui. Because they have shown proof. They have shown that they are capable. If you have to fear anything, they fear Bui. And so I can only add to what Commander Elvis has said. Let's go draft in Bui. Draft more than ever before, because that may well be our salvation. Over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Bryce Mbeseha. The way you're so proud of Bui is the way we are also proud of Bui. I mean, I know you're not from Bui. I'm sure you're not from Bui, but you're so proud. You're so proud of Bui, and it's a beautiful thing. And so this just means that the success of the draft on Saturday is already 100%.